Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to continue learning about opinion writing. So we began learning about that last week and how to write an opinion statement. And today we're going to continue learning about opinion writing. So now we're going to learn how to add information to support our opinion statements. So why is it important to support an opinion statement? I have two little animals, Grumpy Cat and this crab, that are going to have a conversation, and I want you to listen and see if you can figure out why is it important to support your opinion. All right. What animal do you think is the best animal in Antarctica? I'm glad you asked. I've been thinking about this a lot. I think the penguin is the best animal in Antarctica. Really? Why? One reason is that penguins are great swimmers. Penguins can also walk on the ice. That's why penguins are the best. Oh, I get it. Those are really great reasons. I understand why you like penguins the best. All right, so how did our crab support or explain his opinion? So he supported it by telling us why he thought penguins were the best, and he gave us reasons. He gave information about penguins. He told us that penguins walk on ice, and he explained why he likes the penguin. So when we heard this puppet, when we heard his supporting reasons, that helped us to understand why he picked the penguin as his favorite animal. He didn't just say, I think penguins are the best because they're the best. He gave us some reasons. He told us that they're great swimmers and that they can walk on the ice. So those were two really good reasons. So it is always important to support an opinion and to include reason sentences. So I have a really cool cookie, and this is going to be how we remember to write about our opinions. So the top, just like pretend you have an Oreo, the top part of our cookie says our opinion statement. So that's where you will answer the writing prompt. So if the writing prompt says, what is your favorite animal in these two books that we read? Then you might say, my favorite animal is the penguin, like the crab did. Okay, I like the penguin the best. Well, then you have to give your reasons. So that's the good stuff, right? Because the yummy stuff in the middle of the Oreo is delicious. So give your reasons for why you like it. And then at the end, it says opinion conclusion. And so that's where we tell our opinion again. So we say it, what we think. We say why we think it, and then we say what we think one more time, just so that the last thing that our reader has read is what we think. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of practicing. So we read about Antarctica and about Africa this week, and our focusing question said, what interesting natural features can people see in Africa and Antarctica? So we can gather evidence from the text, and we did that the other day, about the natural features in Africa and Antarctica. So remember, we made these really neat evidence organizers the other day that tell us about all the natural features that those two books taught us about. So in Antarctica, we learned about the icy ocean, the tall, icy, snowy mountains, and the giant, thick icebergs, right? So those are some of the natural features in Antarctica. In Africa, we read about the hot and dry deserts, the grassy savannas, the green rainforests, the long Nile River, and the very tall mountains. So now our question prompt that I need you guys to answer is going to say, would you rather visit Africa or Antarctica, and why? So we're just going to focus on the natural features that we learned about. So don't worry about the animals. Don't worry about the interesting things to do there. This week, we're just going to pick our reasons based on the natural features of those two continents. So you can use your evidence organizers. You can go back and you can listen to the first reads of Africa and Antarctica. And I want you to think, which one would you rather visit? Which continent would you rather visit? And you're going to have your reasons be the natural features. Which natural features would you rather see? So I have an example for you. And you don't need to copy mine, because the most awesome thing about opinion writing is that you can say something totally different than somebody else as long as you are answering the prompt. So mine, what I wrote 3 sentences. First, I stated my opinion. I said, I would rather visit Africa. So remember, I need to restate the question prompt. I can't just write Africa, because that's not a full sentence and that doesn't explain to my reader what I'm talking about. So I wrote, I would rather visit Africa. And then I looked at my natural features from Africa and I picked which ones I would really like to see. And I wrote, I would like to see Mount Kilimanjaro, because I remembered that was the name of the really tall mountain, and the long Nile River. So there were 2 really interesting ones to me that I wanted to write. That is why I would rather visit Africa than Antarctica. So that's what you're going to do. See, I started with my opinion statement, which one I would rather visit. Then I put that my reasons for why I would rather visit Africa. And then I put my opinion conclusion and I said one more time how I felt, which one I would rather visit. So remember, this week, your reasons should have to do with the natural features that are in those 2 continents. So I really look forward to everybody's opinion writing this week, and I cannot wait to see, based on the natural features in Africa and Antarctica, which continent you would rather visit. Have a really awesome Friday, guys. Bye.